From the studios of KENW on the campus of Eastern New Mexico University, it's You Should Know, featuring the people and events of Eastern New Mexico and West Texas.
Welcome to You Should Know. I'm your host, Evelyn Ledbetter, and today I have Cindy and Sarah Ortega. And Sarah's actually one of our students here at Eastern. So, ladies, welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yes.
Always, I get to spend a little bit of extra time with you
Yes,
today.
you do. I'm excited.
You're usually on the other side of the camera.
I know it's kind of weird being on this side. It's a little bit different.
Cindy, tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I'm married to Polo, and we raised two daughters, and Sarah's our granddaughter, and we've lived here in Portales most of our lives.
Okay.
Mhm.
And you worked at the schools.
Yes, for almost 26 years. So yeah,
You survived.
enjoyed it.
You survived both of my children.
I did, but they were the
Thank you.
best kids ever.
Oh, well, you can tell me what you really know.
Right.
And Sarah, tell me a little bit about you.
So I'm a junior here at Eastern and I'm studying in communications and yeah, so I'm just
You're working on the news, right?
right. I'm working with the news and I work with You Should Know and I work in the admin building with comm services. So it's pretty nice to get a different, view of what communication is, I guess, and with writing and stuff like that. So I think it's pretty cool.
You always are a bright spot. Any room you've come into,
Thank
you
you.
Oh,
always
I
thank
add
you.
so
appreciate
much.
it.
Well,
So are you.
well, thank you. We're going to talk about the Catholic Daughters.
Hmm.
So you're both either one of you who would like to tell me a little bit about the Catholic Daughters, and you attend the St. Helen's Church here in
Right,
Portales.
St. Helens Catholic Church. Our court was installed September 15th of 1996.
Okay.
So next year, we will have 30 years in our court. When we started the uh, court, we had 45, I think 45
Wow.
members, charter members. That's what. Right now, we're down to 8 that have
Oh,
either left the Catholic Daughters, the organization, or have passed away.
okay.
Mhm.
And what is the mission of the Catholic Daughters? What is the purpose for
Unity
that?
and charity.
Okay.
We have Catholic Daughters all of United States and of course Hawaii, Guam. We have Catholic Daughters in Guam, Mexico, and it's a national organization, and it just unity and charity. We try to help within the church.
Hmm.
We offer scholarships. We help the community and things like that. So a lot of sisterhood.
I know that is it the Catholic Daughters that does the weekly showers open to the
No.
community? That's another portion of the church.
Yes,
Okay.
that's another portion that
Okay.
works with Legacy Church.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, very nice. But you the you do an annual tamale.
Yes, that's our biggest
Whew.
fundraiser that we have.
Oh, and it's every December.
Every December, the first week in December, and we start on a Wednesday and we finish up on Saturdays
Oh
on
gosh.
that Saturday.
And that's your fundraiser.
That's our fundraiser. That's one of our biggest fundraiser.
So are you grooming Sarah? Are you being groomed to step into
Yes.
this?
I am. I started last year and I never imagined how much work it would be, but once I started doing everything and actually participating in the pressing and the rolling and stuff like that, it became so much work by Saturday by Wednesday night when we started, I was already exhausted.
Well, and that's what you said. Your charter, you had 45 members and you're down to 8.
Hmm.
I'm sure your thoughts of how this will continue on.
Mhm. Right. And, like right now in our court, we have 35 members, but 8 are charter members.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But we did have 37, but one of our charter members just passed away and
Sorry.
then one got transferred. But, age has a lot to do with it. Most of our charter members are elderly. So they don't work as much
Right.
and they can't, and we
Right.
understand it.
Right.
But and that's why we wait till Saturday to finish. But we have how we do it, Evelyn, is we have trees, phone trees, and we have each officer because we have officers. And so within that tree, everybody tries to it just works out really, really good.
So how did this start? What was the brainchild of
Of
like
the tamale
of your
making,
tamale making?
I don't know. Sandra Salguero and Rita Reese were the ones that they were charter members, and they were the ones that brought up the idea of us making tamales. I think we've been making tamales like 25 years. It,
5,000 tamales every.
5,000
You've
tamales.
capped it, right? You do 475 dozen and
Uh
no.
huh. Well, when we first started, we started real low because
Mhm.
we weren't very good at it, and, I think we used to make like a 200 dozen, 100 dozen, but now, yes, we make like 475 dozen of tamales.
And I mean, there's that give back to the community.
Mhm.
And I when we went over and got B-roll, you ladies have fun.
We do. We have a lot of fun.
You're
It's
singing
just the
and dancing
sisterhood
and
and, well, helps the time go by too.
And I
'cause that's a lot of hours.
Mhm.
and I feel like the Catholic daughters are like a family, like, they're all just kind of extra grandmas, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
So
Yes,
That's
that
it
feels like
does.
it helps a lot.
Mhm.
well, that community. Are there others your age that are helping with this yet?
No, we have like, one of my friends, she helps, like, one of the Catholic daughters, but she does like, she's not an actual Catholic daughters, but she'll go and help, and she's a little bit younger than me, she's a senior now, but I'm the youngest
She's the
Catholic daughter
youngest Catholic daughter.
in the
Mhm. Sarah is.
And that motivation to continue on, is it for the fundraising or is it more because you actually just the camaraderie and
I
and
love the
and the
Catholic
the
daughters.
communities love
Yeah.
the we
Mhm.
love your tamales.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, and thank God that people do love our
right,
tamales
right.
because, we do this year, it's just I don't know, it just gets better and better as the years go by because everybody's getting older and
Mhm.
we know that we have to have that closeness. So it's
That time together.
we
You
have
look
a
forward
good time together.
because it makes you make that time
Mhm.
because
Right,
otherwise you might not spend
right.
those
Right.
hours
Uh-huh.
together.
Exactly. You know?
The tamale making in itself or the tamales, that's a very is that something you grew up doing? Was that part of your
No.
family?
Mm-mm.
But probably it was it for you?
No, not necessarily, like, I feel like within, like, my grandma, like, she would be like, "Oh, like, we have, like, tamale making," within the Catholic daughters, but I've never really made them, like, with, like, my
At home?
family. Right, like, at home,
I
yeah.
did have a friend come to the house, and my kiddos and myself and her, we had the best time, but I gained a big appreciation
Mhm.
for the amount of
Exact
work that
right.
goes into that.
Mhm.
And you've agreed to actually show us a little bit of that process here in a little
Exactly.
bit.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yes.
But
Mhm.
you said tell me, like, you said how much? 400 plus pounds of meat?
Yeah, we use about like 450 pounds of pork roast. And then what we do is we, of course, put them in roasters and
Mhm.
stuff like that. We have to then re-shred the meat. Then we save the juice of the meat because that's what we use to use in our masa. We try to save everything to
Oh,
use everything that we
sure.
can.
How many
Hmm.
pounds of masa?
Like 150 pounds
And then
and that's just the flour. And then we use lard. It has to be lard, manteca. So we use 2 big boxes of that, and then we use, of course, the red chili for the meat, but we also use red chili for the masa.
okay, and
Mhm.
that's what gives the red color
That's what gives the red color, makes
to
it
the
a
breading.
pretty,
Ah,
yes, when you open that tamale, it's a
it's
really
like
pretty
and when
red
you
color.
open those, and it's like a gift. You open that
Oh,
corn
It is,
husk,
it's
and it's
just like
like
yeah. Oh, it's so good. I love tamales. But after making them like for 5 days, you're like, oh God, all you just smell like tamales all the time, huh,
I always
Sarah.
think I should work in a donut shop so I wouldn't crave donuts
Right.
anymore.
right.
Yeah,
But
it's just
is
like
this
that.
something that you have what do most people so this is something that you do the tamales in December each year. Is that usually part of the Christmas meal or the New Year's meal, or when are people
Really,
buying them for?
we as a family, we eat our tamales on Christmas Eve. It's just a
Okay.
tradition. We go to mass and then we come home and we eat tamales, pozol,
Oh,
bizcochitos, things like that. Just a tradition. And most of the people that order them, they freeze them
right. That's what
and
I do.
and yep, and then have them for Christmas.
Right, because I'll put them in a steamer basket in the
Mhm.
husk and then
Mhm.
just re-steam them,
Yep,
Mhm.
exactly.
and
Mhm.
they're great, so
And they're
we'll keep
just
them all
great.
through the
Uh-huh.
year.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, yeah, because we eat tamales in the summer, huh, Sarah?
Yeah.
yeah, I don't always just say it's just part of a winter
Yeah,
season, but
no.
No.
They're
but
good year round.
but traditions are interesting, I think holidays and things like that and
Oh,
Christmas, I mean, you're celebrating, the birth of Christ, and along with that,
exactly.
the traditions of the foods and your
Mhm.
time with family.
Mhm.
Is that what a lot of it is for you guys? For you,
Yes.
Sarah?
Yeah, I
Mhm.
feel like it's a lot of family time, especially like I said with like not only just like my family, I feel like I said, the Catholic daughters have
Mhm.
become a family. So being able to just, be around them and just I don't know, like my nana said, a lot of them are getting older and a lot of them like I've known them my whole life. Like even though I just became a Catholic daughter, like, in, I think,
So
January of
you're
this year.
official now.
Just I'm official,
She's
but I've always
official.
kind of, helped with different things, so I feel like they've definitely become, like, a little family
Mhm.
too.
I guess I would have to be Catholic to be a daughter, wouldn't I? That's probably one of the rules.
Yes, but,
But you probably would take help.
I would. Oh, yeah, we take anybody's help, and
Do you have volunteers?
Rose Robbins
Uh-huh.
brings a lot of her friends, and they help out. "Hey, we do not mind you
And she's a
coming and
live
helping
wire.
out."
She has
Oh,
energy.
she
Oh,
does.
yeah, she does.
So
And so, yeah, we have a lot of that, they come and to help out and stuff like that, which we take it because it is a long process. So, yeah, but it's
Sarah, working and you call Cindy Nana, right?
mhm.
So tell me what the best part of working with her is.
Ooh, I don't know, I feel like I just think that spending the time together, I guess, is pretty fun, and I feel like my aunt also is in the Catholic Daughters, so being able to work with them too, I feel like is super fun
Mhm.
because, I don't know, we obviously spend time together, but we're really spending time, that whole time together because, I don't know, and you never know what could happen, you know what
Right,
I mean? So
right.
I feel like it's really,
Mhm.
really good to
I
make
think
those
for
memories.
I think for myself, my time in the kitchen with my mom and then the holidays with my
Mhm.
children.
Mhm.
And when
Exactly.
we lost her, it was like there was such a hole because
Mhm.
that time in the kitchen is what we did. That was the best
Right.
part of the holiday
Mhm.
Mhm.
was we
Exactly.
talked and we laughed and we
Mhm.
loved each other and it was a very special.
Yeah, it
It's
was
just special,
It
it's
is.
I don't know, it just makes your heart feel good, and it is a lot of work, but it it's the togetherness that you have with one another that it makes it worthwhile.
Sarah,
Mhm.
what do your friends think or what would they think if they knew that you're helping make thousands of tamales?
well, they're kinda like, "Oh," I feel like they kinda feel like me, whenever I never did it before, they were kinda like, "Oh, like, it's just tamale making," but my friend, like I said, she helps us make the tamales, and last year when we actually, like, did it and we were, like, you know, doing the rolling and doing all of that, she was like, "This is a lot of work,"
Do you
and,
kind of recruit them in?
I try to recruit my friend in,
Mhm.
yeah, because I'm like, "If I have to do it, so do you."
Well, and you're both very faith-based, and you've
Mhm.
talked about that. I've had interviews with you before.
Right.
Do you feel like that's a way for people to be in that environment?
I too. I feel like, once you have if you have the faith that you're gonna get this done, if that makes sense,
Mhm.
it'll make it a lot easier. Because if you're just negative and you're like, oh, this is just, you know,
So
gonna take
much
forever.
work.
This is so much work. You're not gonna have that. And I feel like
Mhm.
a lot of us within the Catholic Daughters too, we like pray to have like a good time, to all stay safe during that time that we do. And even before we eat, we have good meals when we do the tamales. So, we pray before that and stuff like that. So I feel like, having the faith that God will help us,
And you may
do
have
that.
friends that have never been
Right.
at a church
Mhm.
or
Mhm.
that may not be part of their
Exactly.
lives, but
Mhm.
it's almost a ministry
Right.
Mhm.
of you show that camaraderie and that love
Mhm.
towards each other.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
You never know where you're gonna touch people, right?
No, and I feel like the
And
Catholic
that's true. Evelyn, that's exactly right.
So, I
Mhm.
mean, I think that just kind of it just gradually
Mhm.
comes out through the works.
Yeah.
Right.
But, um, so the newcomers, I guess you volunteers, if somebody wanted to get involved, just
Yes. Just
contact the Catholic.
contact me, or you can contact the Catholic Church, and they will let you know when we're making tamales because the secretary is a Catholic daughter, so she knows exactly when
Is
we're
that
making.
Emma?
Yes,
Okay,
Emma.
Emma
Mhm.
Britton, so I've known
Mhm.
Emma for a long
And we're
time.
starting, yes, and so she'll know. She'll tell you.
Well, this has been so fun, but now you said that we're gonna go over to the kitchen
Right, we're
Mhm.
excited.
and get in there,
We're
and you're
gonna
gonna
do the
show
fun
us
part.
how we come up with how this turns in from this and the masa into the tamales.
Exactly.
Right, it'll be so
Okay,
much
so
fun.
let's have a quick cup of coffee and then go into the kitchen and we'll reset and get busy.
Okay,
Okay.
sounds good to me.
Yay. I learned so much about the Catholic Daughters, and I'm so appreciative you've agreed to kind of show us the process of your tamale making that you do every year. So, Cindy, talk about the meat and what all is in that.
It's just pork roast, and then of course red chili and garlic and salt, and that is all.
And so, how do you prepare them? Do you cook the roast? I mean, how do you cook them?
Yes, we cook the roast at least overnight, and then we shred it, freeze it if we're not good. We try to do it beforehand and stuff like that, so it'll be easier for us. And then thaw it out and make the red chili in the in the roaster,
Okay.
and then we add the meat and let it cook for a little bit, and then we start making tamales.
So you use the big roasters
The
is how
big
you cook.
roasters, yes,
And you said how many pounds of meat?
450 pounds
Wow.
this year. Yes.
I hope you have the carryout guys at the store helping you
They do.
get those to
They're
your
very
vehicle.
good for that, yes.
And then just unloading it when you get back to the
Mhm.
parish hall.
Right,
That's
and then it
crazy.
takes a few, women to cook
Okay.
meat
So just the shredded pork, and then you said you use salt
and garlic.
and garlic.
Mhm, and then the red chili, and that's all.
Okay, and just put it back in that roaster, and in the liquid? Is there any liquid added to it at all, or just the
Uh,
juice out of the meat?
the juice no, the red chili is liquid because we let it thaw out, and then we add, water to it, but
Okay.
other than that, yeah, because we don't wanna make it real watery,
Right.
because then the tamales will get real watery, but no, we just yeah, that's all.
Okay.
And let it
All
cook
right.
and
And then talk about the masa. A lot of people may not be familiar with what masa is.
yeah, and masa is just cornmeal. What we do, is use the cornmeal, manteca, which is lard,
Mhm.
and the broth of the pork roast that we cook.
Okay.
And of course, baking powder and salt.
So you want a little bit of a rise to it,
Yes. And so we make it and we add red chili to the masa to make it a pretty color.
and then a little bit of flavor too.
Right.
So,
So actually, we use the same when we're rolling the tamales. What we do is we put the meat in a colander,
mhm.
so the juice,
Right.
and then we use that same juice for
Oh,
the to
oh,
put
that's
the.
smart. I
Yeah,
have made
we don't waste nothing.
I
So
have
yeah.
made these once, and I always thought they were kinda pricey until I went through the process of making them.
Yeah.
You don't charge enough.
Right.
So, it's a lot of work, and the lard. A
Oh, the lard is very yeah, it's very expensive.
and you whip that by hand, and it gets fluffy.
Yeah.
I had that was a
Yes, and see, we have to melt it down because that's what we add in the because if you just take it out like this from
mhm.
the box, it'll make the masa like hard, like
It's
and
not pliable, is it?
right, and then so we melt it down, we warm it up and use that and also the juice. It's everything is warm. We keep everything warm so when we make the masa, it just blends in real good.
Do you put it in a roaster or something to kinda keep it warm? Because
We have little
when you're making that
heating
quantity
pads that
mhm,
we use and
okay.
just and put it in pots.
So I'm sure you've got I mean, we've went over and we shot some footage,
Mhm.
and the process is pretty amazing, and everybody has a job.
Everybody has a job. Everybody does, and most of us we know how to make the chili, uh, make masa, roll, cook the tamales, and so yeah.
Okay.
But everybody does their own little job, what they like to do most.
And Sarah, this was your first time last year that you helped with this,
Yeah,
and
it was a lot different than I thought it was. I thought it was an easy process, but it definitely was not an easy process to
do
do.
you appreciate every bite of tamale you eat now?
Oh, absolutely.
The thing I learned is everybody had always said how high in calories they are.
Mhm.
That pure lard, but oh my gosh, that's what makes them so
Wow,
good.
exactly. It's just like eating biscochitos.
Oh my gosh, you just can't stop. Well, let's go through the process of how you actually do the masa.
Okay, so we just get a little ball like this and roll it and get you an hoja. Then we get the hoja, which is the corn husk.
Okay. This is a pretty cool little contraption. You said someone at
Yeah,
the
one of our Catholic daughters' husband made us 5 of these, and they are the best. And then what we do is just go mhm,
and then just press it as hard as you can.
as hard as you can. You have to put a lot of
A lot of
weight on it so it can
well,
make the little round tortilla on
you know
it.
what? It reminds me of when I was a kid making Play-Doh.
Yeah, that's what it kinda reminded me of too.
You don't take your little cutters sometimes and wanna make little
Then
Right.
you just get it, get some meat.
and I love the masa. Some
The
people may
masa's
love
my favorite.
they may
Mhm,
love the meat, but that masa is so good. So just fill it up, and I'm su
mhm.
I've had people that aren't from New Mexico, and, they they didn't realize you didn't eat the corn husk,
Oh, wow.
and so they, like, took a bite and go, "Wow,
Oh,
this"
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
that's
And
kinda
there
nice.
you
I
go.
would eat that.
That's a tamale.
Okay, we'll do a couple of more if you don't mind.
Okay.
Let's see that, and I'm gonna get this out of the way and
Okay.
so that we can show this. And the corn husk, just something I mean, they sell them in the grocery stores, right?
Right, but we order ours from Food King
Okay,
because we order boxes. We order a lot, a lot. But we try to order them early because and they stay. You can keep them in a cool, dark place, and they'll
Uh-huh.
stay forever because they're dry. So,
Right.
hmm
Just keep them where they're
yeah,
preserved and out for bugs and different things
hmm
can't get in. I guess do they probably freeze if you just put them in Ziploc bags
no.
or no? They don't do well. They probably get
And
too crumbly.
like the hojas, of course, when we get them, they're hard,
Uh-huh.
and then we soak them in
Okay.
water so they can get soft like this.
How many do you think you pressed last year, Sarah?
Oh, I pressed so many, I was like it
Did
was
your arms
just
hurt?
oh, for yeah, and then, like, I feel like I put my sides, like, into it a lot, I guess, so it was, like, a lot of work, and my arms whenever you would do, like, because we use the, ice cream scooper, whenever you would be, like, scooping, my arms are so sore the next day, it was terrible.
Well, because you do them real consistent, right?
Mhm.
That way you use the
Mm-hmm.
same amount of masa in each
Right,
Right.
tamale
right.
and probably the same amount of meat
Mm-hmm.
and
Mhm.
of course when you're doing it as a fundraiser, meat, the meat is
Yeah.
pricey.
Yeah.
So,
Very. And we like to spread it so the you can have every bite that you take, you'll have meat instead.
yeah,
Because you have to be real careful, Evelyn, because the masa expands as it's cooking. And when you cook your tamales, you have to cook them standing up like this.
okay.
Hmm.
And normally what you do is, tell me about the steamer. I mean, this is just
Right.
that's
What we
not the
do
pot
is
that you do.
we wrap 6 raw tamales in foil. And then that's how, and you have to put them like this because if you put them upside down, of course, the juice will come out.
All of it.
And that way they stay juicy.
And do you put like a little, do you put anything in the bottom of the pan before the
Yes.
steamer? Because I know you guys were using buckets that were just
Right, and which
huge.
they don't have the little things, so we made our own. So what we did is we had this really round big thing like that, and we poked holes in it, and then to lift it up a little bit, we put empty cans of like Vienna sausages
Okay, just to hold them.
to hold it. Another thing that we learned is we put quarters because once it starts boiling, we can
Uh-huh.
hear it.
It kinda
Yeah, it goes,
it ma
because the quarters start
uh-huh.
dancing, and so that's when we turn it down.
So you keep your heat just right so you
Right.
don't because you're steaming them is how it's
Uh-huh.
cooking, right?
Yeah, and one of the biggest pots that we have, it makes 35 dozens, I think.
Wow. Wow. I the first time I ate one right out of the steamer, oh
Right,
my gosh,
yeah.
it just melts in your
Oh,
mouth.
it's so
It's so
good. And
good.
and then what we do is like we fill this up, say that this is all full.
Uh-huh,
And then of course they're in foil, but then we put kitchen towels over it wet
uh-huh.
because it that helps with the steam too. Yeah, we've
So you
learned.
actually cook them in the foil in the steamer?
Yes.
Okay, when I had done them prior, we did
Yeah, we
not.
you cooked them just like that, but
Right,
we've learned that that way we can put them on top of each other.
and stack them and have
And stack
multiple
them.
ones.
Uh-huh.
Because
Yeah.
you said you do how many? 450 dozen?
Yes, 475 dozens.
Wow, wow, that's thousands of tamales.
Uh-huh. Yes.
How many
Lots.
days do you do
We
this?
start on Wednesday and we finish on Saturday.
And then you need to take a week off to
You get
recover.
a
Right.
huge vacation
It's a
after
lot of
that.
fun. We just have a blast. It's a lot of work. It is lots and lots of work, but it's also lots of fun, and it's just sisterhood with the
Well,
with rest of the Catholic
you
daughters.
ladies, I mean, when you've got music going and you're
Mhm.
dancing and
Right.
laughing and
It's so
joking,
much
but
fun.
It is.
well, this is really cool. I know people would I know the pods are the original of how you would boil them down
Yes.
and get the meat or the skin and puree them with your red chili sauce as
Mhm.
well.
We used to do that a long time ago, but we've been making tamales over like 25 years, and over the years we've learned a lot.
I
At
bet.
we I remember when because we used to make them here at the home ec building.
Oh, here on campus at
Hmm.
Eastern.
And ah, s- it just we we learned. We've come a long way. One time we lost all the meat and we had to give
Oh,
all the money back
oh
because
no.
yeah, what happened was we had made the meat, but then somebody and we had made the red chili and they put it together and you can't do that.
Oh,
The
so
chili, it was too hot and we tried to cool it down.
and
Then the next morning, yeah,
it
we
just
went and it was bubbling. We had to, yeah.
oh no.
But we've learned.
You learn and get
Hmm.
better.
We've gotten better and better and
Wow.
better and better.
Well, I've looked forward to this interview since we got the B-roll last year. So
Me
I
too.
really appreciate you
Yeah.
guys
Yeah,
coming
we
in
appreciate
and
you
Well,
having
you're
us.
welcome. No, thank you
yeah,
for having us. And yeah,
thank
and
you
if
for demoing and best of luck on each year
thank you.
when you're doing your
Yes.
tamales.
Thank you
So
so much.
thank you guys. And for all of you watching, thank you, and we will see you again next time. Cheers.